So we'll just put that as 44.1 is going to be our distance. 44.1. It was like 44.145. So if you wanted to round to the nearest hundredth, you could. It would be 44.15. But I'm just going to put it as 44.1. And since that's a distance, that's going to be in meters. Okay, if what I just did here doesn't make sense, you can go back to this formula, and if you want to solve the final position, you know is 0, right? Because it's falling to the ground, okay? I don't think that would work. I think the way I did it is probably the best. Just note that final position minus initial position would be how far it travels. That's why I went ahead and subtract those two. That'll be our distance. And that makes sense. Final position is where I ended, initial position is where I started, so end minus start will be whatever distance I traveled. Okay, cool. I do not intend on putting anything that challenging on your test or exam. So when you're studying, if you're freaking out, just note, if I do give you something like that, I'll definitely give you the formula that I want you to use and use like the proper stuff to make sure you don't have to do as much work, okay? Okay, cool. Anyone need me to clarify anything? Yeah. Good. So X sub F is your final position, or your ending place, okay? And I'm gonna try to zoom in because I'm writing small. And X sub I is your initial position. That's what the F and I mean. Initial position, which is like your starting place. So if I subtract the two, where I ended minus where I started, that's the total distance I traveled. That's why I went ahead and took this formula and I said, if I want to find the distance, I just subtracted X sub I on both sides, because I know final position minus initial position, that'll just be the distance that I traveled. So I just replaced those two with something that's equivalent. Instead of writing final minus initial, final minus initial, final minus initial, I just replaced that with distance, because I know my final position minus my initial position is the distance. So I just substituted something that was equivalent for those. Okay. Okay, here we go. Next one. The Banshee ride takes 60 seconds to complete a 1,200 meter loop. What is the average speed of the ride? Okay, so we know 60 seconds is the time, right? And 1,200 meters, what is that a measure of if it's meters? Good, that's gonna be my distance. 1,200 meters. And it's asking for the average speed. Okay, so we're wanting to find the speed. And if you wanna be super fancy about it, we could put a bar above it. That means average, but I just put speed, okay? So speed for us is going to be our distance divided by time. Well, our distance was 1,200 meters, and our time is 60 seconds. So when we divide those two, that's gonna be what? 2, those cancel out. It's gonna be what, 200? Or is it 20? Will someone type that in? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. I think it's just 20, sorry. I think it's gonna be 20 meters per second.
He swiped it late. Hopefully he made it in.
Yeah, he did, thank you. Let me type that in and double check. 1,200 divided by 60.